Three women, 3 centuries, one hunger. Vive et Schwa. Have you ever wondered, what is hunger? Not for food, not for drink, but for something deeper. Freedom, love, vengeance. To hunger so much, you would risk everything, even your soul. This is the story Schwab dares to tell us and bury our bones in the midnight soil. A story not of one life, but 3, separated by centuries, united by a force as old as time, the hunger for more. Tonight, we walk with Maria in 1532, Charlotte in 1827, and Alice in 2019. 3 women, 3 lives, 3 choices, and one haunting question. What are you willing to surrender to escape the cage built around you? Spain. The year is 1532. Imagine a town where the church bells ring not just to mark time, but to remind you of your place. Where the streets are narrow, the gossip sharp, and the future of a girl decided before she can speak it aloud. Maria lives here. Young, beautiful, wily. The kind of beauty that makes men watch her like a hawk. The kind of wit that makes her dangerous. But Maria knows something most girls her age dare not say. She is hungry. Hungry for more than the dirt of Santo Domingo. Hungry for more than a marriage arranged by her father, sealed by a priest. Hungry for escape. But hunger is dangerous. Hunger can lead you to make desperate choices. So when a stranger comes, an alluring figure cloaked in mystery, with promises whispered like prayers, Maria listens. He offers her not just a way out, but a path she has dreamed of in secret. A path paved with freedom, beauty, maybe even love. But every bargain comes with a price. Maria, still so young, makes her vow to live without regret, to take her chance, no matter the cost. And so begins her story, a story not of compliance, but rebellion. A story of what happens when a woman dares to hunger for more than she has been told she deserves. Nearly 3 centuries later, the world has changed. Empires have risen, machines are beginning to hum, and society wears a polished mask of civility. But beneath the silk gowns and tea sets, the cages are still there. This is Charlotte's world. She has grown up in an idyllic countryside estate, a world of roses and lace, of books and quiet evenings. But this life is not her own. It belongs to her family, her name, her obligations. Charlotte is young, with a tender heart and impossible wishes. She dreams of something she cannot name, a spark, a thrill, a forbidden kind of freedom. And then it happens. One moment of intimacy, a stolen glance, a lingering touch. Something innocent, but scandalous in her world. And in a breath, her life changes. Shipped off to London, cast out from her comfort, Charlotte finds herself alone in a city where everyone watches, everyone whispers. And yet, in this harsh, glittering metropolis, she meets someone unexpected. A widow. Beautiful, self-possessed, magnetic. For the first time, Charlotte feels seen, desired, invited into a life she never imagined could be hers. But nothing is ever free. Love, for Charlotte, is not a gift but a gamble. Every choice she makes has a cost. And soon, she must decide what is worth more, her freedom or her safety. This is Charlotte's hunger, not for bread, not for coin, but for love itself, for the right to love as she chooses, to live as she dreams. Now we step into our own century, a modern city, bright, bustling, electric. But here too, the cages remain. They simply wear new shapes. Alice is a college student. She has come to Boston to start fresh, to leave behind her old self, her old world, and to reinvent who she is. College is supposed to be freedom, right? A chance to be reborn. But then one night, a mistake, or perhaps not a mistake at all. A one-night stand that feels out of character. A choice that shakes her. Suddenly, the hunger returns. Not for freedom, not for love, but for answers. For revenge. Alice begins to dig, to unravel the threads of her past and her present. And what she finds is not just her own reflection, but the echoes of those who came before. The rage that burns in her veins is older than she knows. It is Maria's hunger. It is Charlotte's longing. It is the same fire passed down through centuries of women who dared to want more. Alice is not just fighting for herself. She is fighting for all of them. 3 women, 3 centuries, 1 hunger. María's rebellion, Charlotte's forbidden love, Alice's rage. Each story is a mirror. Each woman is a reflection. Together, they form a tapestry, a kaleidoscope of time, place, and voice. This is the genius of V.E. Schwab. Not just telling a story, but weaving a chorus. A feminist critique hidden in the folds of a horror thriller. A narrative sharp enough to cut, but sweet enough to lull you deeper. Reviewers have called it sumptuous, dizzying, kaleidoscopic. A cocktail of love, loss, rage, and magic. And like the best of drinks, it is delicious until you realize it has knocked you flat. Because this is not just a story of 3 women. It is a story for us all, of how hunger shapes us, how love binds us, how rage fuels us, and how life always ends and begins again. So what do you hunger for? Do you crave escape, like Maria? Do you yearn for love, like Charlotte? Do you burn with rage, like Alice? Perhaps you see yourself in all 3. Perhaps you know that hunger never dies. It only changes its name. And that is the haunting truth of bury our bones in the midnight soil. Because the soil remembers. And always hunger